at the end of the rainbow there is a Bertie badger. Well, good morning and welcome back to Posh Cat's Cabin. We've just left Kinlochewe Caravan and Motorhome Club site. We're along the road now on the NC500. Probably hear vehicles going past. Busy little bit of road. We've pulled over for a cup of coffee. We've been on the road about 40 minutes and I'm facing here the Isle of Ewe, which is rather nice. Lovely view of the island across there. And there's a notice board just down here. I'll show you what it says on the notice board. And we're now going to set off and make our way round to Ullapool. Well, we're parked up now and just look at that view. Right on the beach. Well, not quite on the beach, but as close as you dare get. Well, we've arrived at Broomfield Holiday Park in Ullapool. So we've come a little further north. And I've been sitting here doing a little bit of work on the internet because we haven't had internet for, well, 3 days. So I've got some videos ready to go live and all of that stuff. But in the meantime, I've been watching this lovely view out the window. Sue's having a little rest.
With the dog.
With the lazy dogs. And
last night.
I tell you, the wind here is, I don't know what strength it is, but it's so strong you can hardly open this door. Right, I think the wind has died down a little bit now, so we're going to give it a go. I'll keep hold of it. And we might end up in next week. Here we go. Take a look at that view. Don't know if you can hear me, because it's just blowing a hoolie, but that is the Atlantic Ocean, and it's just started to rain. So I'm going to go back in. That's what Well, hello again and welcome back to Posh Cats Camping. I hope you can see me above the wind. We've had a couple of days of pretty fresh winds coming from the west, from the Atlantic, and at least it's dry. We have had quite a bit of heavy rain in between, but that's Scotland. We're at Broomfield Holiday Park now at Ullapool, and again further north up the coast. Beautiful scenery here. Broomfield Holiday Park is a very large site with several toilet blocks, shower blocks and facilities, which are all very nice. We pay £25 a night for this site, and it does give you the feel of space. It's a very large campsite, has caravan storage, has large open fields for camping, some electric hookups, some not. So whatever you prefer, if you prefer to be in a quiet corner of the field with your little pop-up tent, so be it. There's space for you here as well. Caravans and motorhomes filled the site. It's now 10 o'clock in the morning and people are moving on to make their day. Let's have a look around. There's a few new arrivals. Nice thing about Broomfield is they don't mind what time you arrive and what time you leave. Very flexible site, lots of space, so there's no need to arrive, you know, dead on 12 o'clock or anything like that. There's a little area along the side here. I've noticed that quite a few youngsters, call them that, have got their little tents. We know they're young people because of the type of car they drive, look. But very brave. As I say, it's been very windy overnight. And the reception block is just here, where you can book in. And from this position here you can see a good outlook of the campsite. So it is blowing fairly hard, so I hope you can hear me above the noise of the wind. You can see there are rows of pictures here. Reception officers just over there, and there's a couple of arrivals that we just saw. Let's go around to have a look at our pitch. And here we are. The only downside, I suppose, the electric hookup points are the opposite side of the road, so you do have to run your cable across the road. They will loan you a cable protector if you want one. We opted not to bother. There's Bertie sitting on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean. Not bad, eh? Well, from up here on the seawall you get a lovely view of the loch that comes in from the Atlantic here, and this has been our view last night and this morning. There's a row of pictures along the water here, people walking their dogs and getting fresh air, and there's plenty of that. We're parked just along here. tide's out at the moment, so there's a bit more beach to walk along. Wind has dropped a little this morning, and we were pointing into the wind, so pointing a van into the wind, so we didn't get too much rocking and rolling overnight. But wind does tend to drop overnight, and then it picks up again at dawn. And just up here to my right, here's Bertie and Donnie, Sheila and Joe's motorhome. So £25 a night, and I think it's worth every penny with this view and good facilities, I have to say. Not quite as posh as you get with a Caravan and Motorhome Club, but very adequate, clean and tidy, and everything you need for a camping site in Scotland. Once again, beautiful rainbow. The wind is almost knocking me over, but worth it. At the end of the rainbow, there is a Bertie badger. So we're walking to Ullapool, aren't we?
Yep.
See what we can find. We're just going past the ferry port.
Look for some shops.
Shops? Not again.
Calm down.
Oh no.
Don't panic.
Oh no. Alright. Oh, they're bound to have shops down here. One of the ferries destined for a Scottish island, no doubt. Big truck just loaded up on there. Thought we might do a little bit of sea kayaking. And there's some boat trips along here. Very pretty. We're slightly sheltered from the wind here. We're not right on the coast. We're just walked 500 yards back from the campsite, and we're in the little town and little port area here of Ullapool. One or two nice places to sit here and have lunch. Sun is shining lovely. Plenty of motorhomes about, as you can see. There's still on the North Coast 500 road that comes through Ullapool. And Sue's noticed a shop she's going to go in. The West Highland Woolen Company. Now, the only reason I'm going to go in there is because there's one or two people on YouTube have asked me if I'm going to buy a kilt. And I'm certainly going to have a look. Might end up buying a hat. Well, looks like we can get one in here. Ooh. Souvenirs, like a little camper van amongst the Land Rovers. There might be kilts up here. Lovely looking jackets, look at them. Scarves feel so soft. Sweaters. Wonder what's over in this corner. Very nice. Take your pick. Well, as you can see, lots of motorhomes and people visiting Ullapool, and fairly easy to tell why, really. So warm I had to take my coat off. Still a gentle breeze though. September, so we should expect it.